So we are on another road walk, and I'm not even tell you where we stayed last night because, yeah, I'm just not going to go there. But anyway, we're about 9 miles from a place called Paradise Cafe, where the trail links back up to, or the road links back up to trail, and it's a pretty iconic spot on the at the desert because it's kind of like the first oasis, I guess, if you will, for no boat hikers. I guess one of the last for us. But I'm pretty excited to get some town food, and and just kind of be closer to our destination, which is our last resupply in Julian, which will be nice. But yeah, Idlewild was great. Didn't get to meet Mayor Max, but you have to like call and schedule an appointment with him apparently. So I thought he just hung out around town and you just got to meet him, but apparently not. So didn't get to meet Mayor Max. And then we ended up like staying in town way too late and leave till like 4:30. So the sun was about to go down, and we ended up hitching out to like a little spot back here on the side of the road. So yeah, it's just a very interesting night. But we made it here. It's like 5:45 in the morning, and we're already up and at 'em. But alright, I'm gonna get off here, pay attention to the road, and I'm ready to get to Paradise Cafe for some good breakfast. Alright, there's the famous Paradise Valley Cafe. A bunch of hikers go, and I'm about to go chow down on some breakfast. This is all gonna be gone in like 30 minutes. Alright, after a wonderful breakfast at the Paradise Valley Cafe, I'm back on trail. And 150 miles left to Mexico. Yeah, I can definitely tell I'm ready to be done and ready to get home. Because, I mean, it's just so easy to get vortexed at this point into a town or into like a restaurant or a gas station or whatever, and it's just, I think it's time to be done. But it is Wednesday, November 8th, and so I'm planning to be done next Wednesday, the 15th. So it'll get here before I know it. But yeah, like I always say, crazy to almost be done, but definitely can tell I'm ready for it. All right, and there's San Jacinto. Was up there just a couple days ago. Alright, so here's a fun desert water source. Just a sketchy, just cistern kind of thing. The water level's like right at the top. It's kind of hard to see, but luckily I have enough water to get to the next water source, which is a flowing spring. So luckily I do not have to worry about getting water from that nasty tank. So that's good. I'm glad I don't have to do that. So I'm gonna keep on trucking, get to the spring, and then head to camp somewhere up in those mountains. Not really sure what's going on here, but we've got a military plane and some helicopters, but kinda, you can't really see it on the video, but it looks like the helicopters are like attached somehow. I don't really know what that's about, but oh well. So that's been one of the interesting things about being in the desert is a lot of, there's like some military bases around different parts of the Mojave Desert. So since we've gotten into this part of the country, I've seen a ton of like flyovers. So when I was coming into Kennedy Meadows South out of the Sierra, there were two, like, they look like Blackhawks. I mean, what do I really know about military helicopters? But these two, like, really cool looking, heavily armed military helicopters flew basically like 100 feet above ground, and we're just like zooming through the valley there. And so, like, yeah, you just always see military, I guess, airplanes and stuff going on, flying around here. So, yeah, but I just thought that was interesting. I think that, like, it really looked like those helicopters were somehow attached to the wings of that plane, which I thought was really weird. But, oh well, not my circus, not my monkeys, or not my monkeys, not my circus. Anyway, not my business. All that to say, not my business. Alright, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. Alright, so we are heading into a little town called Warner Springs today. It's not really one of our resupply points, but it's just kind of a spot in the road along the way. But it's 25 miles from here. And so our plan is to go in, maybe get a bite to eat, and head back out to trail. It's like maybe a mile off trail, maybe a mile and a half, I don't know, but yeah, so it's pretty close by, which is nice. That's pretty much it for the day as far as just like big things to look forward to. I wouldn't say this is a big thing, but a neat thing is there's a place called Mike's Place, which is a pretty iconic spot on the PCT in the desert. I've kind of heard some mixed things about it as far as whether or not Mike is still operating this place. But Mike is a guy who basically, I don't know if this is private property, if he just squats or what the deal is, but it's like this oasis. Like, this dude just kind of pulled up his trailer and he sets out like chairs and picnic tables and all kinds of stuff. And it's like hikers just come and they get a bite to eat, and it's just kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. But we're going past that today, and there's a water tank there apparently. But again, like, I've kind of seen some comments that it's no longer operational and it's just kind of abandoned. So we'll see how this goes. But yeah, that's kind of a neat thing today. But yeah, not really a whole lot to look forward to. Just trudging along to Mexico. Alright, there's Mike's place. Gonna go see what all this hype's about. Alright, so this is Mike's place. Just full of just junk everywhere. And it is in fact abandoned. But there's all kinds of just like stuff, workout equipment, old cars, old generators, golf clubs, golf balls, this thing. Oh, fuel canisters. Actually, that may be useful. But yeah, just all kinds of like, just stuff everywhere. Alright, so that is a beautiful sight right there. That flat plain is my trajectory for the next 2 days. Which is so nice because it just means that it's going to be easy. It's nice, especially here towards the end, because I'm tired and I'm ready to go home. But yeah, that is just a very welcome sight.
We were just talking about this yesterday, because I was like, I have to.
All right, free apple pie for PCT hikers. All right. Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Ralston's Big Adventure. Alright, so it is Sunday, November 12th, and I have not hiked since Thursday night. So Emily, Parks, and myself, we got to Warner Springs, California, and I've been messaging with a friend from home. I've got some good family friends, Jerry and Karen Henderson, who live out here or have a house out here, and they messaged me and they're like, "Oh, like, we just saw that you were in Idlewild. Like, we would love to come see you and treat you to lunch or dinner or whatever." So, anyway, kept talking back and forth with Karen, and she ended up inviting us to her house to stay for a couple of days, just because she and Jerry are super nice people, and we're excited to have somebody from home out here doing the trail, and just wanted to be nice and help me and my friends out. And so we had a lovely stay in Palm Springs with Karen and Jerry. So big thank you, huge thank you to them for being extremely kind. Because what they did for us was super nice, and just very, very grateful for their hospitality over the weekend. But so I'm back on trail. We have 75 miles left, so it's Sunday night. We're planning on being done, probably mid-afternoon on Wednesday. So the trail is drawing to a close very quickly, which is just like crazy to think about. Like, months and months of being out here and just the adventure that it's been, and just, you just never know what's going to happen around any corner, but just I've had the best time, and now it's like really coming to a close. I mean, Wednesday's our last day on trail, and we're planning on going into San Diego on Thursday or Wednesday night, and staying with some of Emily's friends on Wednesday, and then Thursday I've got another friend that I'm going with to stay at their place, and then heading home next Friday. So it's crazy that it's come to this point, but here we are, just on the last bit of the trail. Hard to believe, but anyway, I'm gonna get going and get to camp, and I'll check back in with you later. All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. All right, so as you can probably tell, I'm not swinging with my poles today because the other day when my family friends picked me up from the trailhead, I was so eager and ready to get in their car that I forgot my trekking poles at the trailhead that they picked me up from. So on our way back to drop me off, I got out of the car, went around to where I left them, and they were nowhere to be found. So I no longer have trekking poles, which, I mean, of all the times to lose them, this is probably the best, because I only have really 3 more days on trail. The only problem is that I use my trekking poles to set up my tent. That's what I use to keep my tent up with. So I'm having to resorting to cowboy camping. So that's what I did last night, which was fine. It wasn't super windy. Well, it wasn't windy at all, and it was nice. I didn't wake up soaking wet from dew. So I've only got 2 more nights on trail, so I could probably just cowboy camp it out and I'd be fine. But should the weather kind of get a little bad, the perks of hiking with a married couple is they have 1 tent for 2 sets of trekking poles. So they were like, well, you can borrow, you know, one of our trekking poles, one of our sets of trekking poles. So I've got that as a backup if I need it. So we'll see. But yeah, kind of a bummer because, well, one, those trekking poles are expensive, but two, I had those, this whole trail and the whole AT. So it just kind of sucks to lose those, but just is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I've got a lot of uphill to do today, so I'm gonna get off here and get to climbing. All right, so here's the grossest water source on trail right now. We're not really sure if this spigot is attached to this tub or if it comes from that tank over there, but it's
like dead bee soup.
Yeah, it's like got dead bees and nasty stuff in it everywhere. One comment said that'll give you superpowers.
Maybe we can fly.
Yeah, we'll grow wings or something from drinking that. But we've already filtered it, so it's just stay tuned for if we end up growing claws and wings and
A stinger.
yeah, a stinger. Yeah, this is a cool cabin.
I love it so much.
It's gonna be awesome when it's done.
So your mate, where do you guys live?
That's a cool rooftop.
It looks like it could be a shipping container.
How high was the highest point you guys crossed?
We
12?
No, 13. Well, I mean,
This is the high point.
Foresters, it's up in Yosemite, right?
yeah.
It's just under 14,000.
Catches on
Picture coming?
like a little. So once you get above it, it's nothing.
Okay.
You're like so close to the city that it doesn't feel like it.
It's got all of it.
This guy Scott, he's got 3 lives. He's got his mountain life. He has his.
All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. All right, so last night we were at Mount Laguna store, and one of the local customers came in and started chatting with the people who own the store and started chatting with us. And he's like, I live like 2 miles down the road from here. He said, I'm building a log cabin on my property. He lives in San Diego normally, but comes up here pretty often and to build this cabin. And he was like, man, you guys should come like stay with me tonight. And so we were like, sure. So we get over here and some of his buddies that, you know, are helping him build the cabin are here. His neighbors are here. Shows us the cabin. Had like an amazing sunset last night up there on top of the hill and the rocks. And then he's like a musician, so we start playing music. So Parks and Emily can sing. This guy can sing. We had the best time playing just these old bluegrassy songs, sitting by the campfire, eating dinner. I mean, it was just a blast. And then he let us stay in his cabin. We're the first people to stay in it, and just like had a wonderful time. Definitely just a great way to like go out on the trail. Because today is gonna be our last full day of hiking. Tomorrow we'll get up and head to the border and be done with the trail, which is like crazy wild to think that it's finally here. But man, what a great time this has been. All right, I'm gonna get some coffee and then head back to trail. Tuesday. I may be a drifter, maybe no good. The joy in the song that I sing. Saddle tramp, I'm as free as the breeze, and I ride right, please. Saddle tramp. Alright, so the furthest mountains you can see, even probably some of the closer ones you can see, are Mexico. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm only 33.5 miles from the border now. I just cannot believe that after 4.5 months of hiking across the U.S. that I finally made it to Mexico. But here I am, almost at the end. But yeah, just so insane. All right, made it to Interstate 8, which means I'm only about 25 miles from the border by trail. But honestly, I mean, I could hitchhike there in probably 10 minutes. I'm not gonna do that, not today, but yeah, just here I am. Okay, I gotta get mine in. Last night on trail. Toothbrush, what do you think?
Sad.
Oh, I can't relate. Yeah, it's very bittersweet for sure.
Can't relate.
All right, good morning and welcome to another day of Ralston's Big Adventure. All right, so we camped down there in that valley. Well, basically at the bottom of this canyon. But today is our last day on the PCT. And I don't know, it's very bittersweet. As I was going to bed last night, just like so many memories were just like flooding in to my brain from this trail. But at the same time, like, I'm so ready to like be done walking. Yeah, it's definitely been fun. I've had a great time, but it's time to end. I didn't sleep super well last night. We cowboy camped down in the trees, and it was just annoying. Like, the wind would blow and limbs or acorns kept falling out of the tree, and then we kept hearing like animals walking around like around us all night, and there were mosquitoes everywhere. So, and also just, I think just the anticipation of today didn't really help when it came to sleeping. So, yeah, I didn't sleep super well, but we got up pretty early. It's only 6:15 right now. We woke up around probably 5:20 to get started hiking by like 6. So, yeah, it's supposed to rain today. As you can see, come out some of these clouds. So we wanted to get in and be done before the rain started. That's why we had an early start, but it's only like 15 miles from here, which is nuts. So we should be done by like noon, starting this early. Yeah, like very surreal, but yeah, very ready to see that terminus today. All right, there it is, the border wall. Dang, I cannot believe. Yeah, that's Mexico. I am so close. I think that's Campo right there. Yeah, like I'm seriously close to being done. That's crazy. 3 more miles left. Parks, what do you think?
I was gonna pee, but I think it's actually a great thing.
I agree. All right, to Mexico. All right, so there's the weather that's rolling in this weekend. Or it's not the weekend, it's Wednesday. Today, so yeah, so luckily we're like maybe just at 2 miles from the border, but now we're trying to outrun this. All right, and here comes the rain. It is gonna be probably pouring by the time I get to the top of this, but at least it's the last day and there's no more walking after this. I don't have to walk in the rain all day, just for the next mile, but it does kind of suck that this is occurring during like the most pivotal part of the hike. Oh, well, there it came, there it went. But I think it's about to dump on us. Like, it's real dark the way I'm headed, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But okay, interesting. Yeah, it's not doing anything anymore. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. Like, last day, last mile, last moment on trail, worst rain, I've probably seen. I'm just know that's gonna happen. All right, last mile on the PCT. All right, I need to get going before it starts raining again, but yeah, crazy. Like I said, worst rain so far on the PCT. At my last day in the desert. Horrible timing, but you know what? It's just hilarious, and I'm just so glad to be done and so thankful to have been able to have this opportunity. But it's right there at the top of that hill. I've got like maybe quarter mile left. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone up so it doesn't get super wet, but yeah, insane. Holy cow. There it is. The southern terminus of the PCT. I cannot believe that I finally made it. Damn. 4.5 months later. Here we are, baby. Here we are. This is unbelievable. Holy cow. Okay. I'm gonna wait for my friends and get some pictures, but this is unbelievable. I did it. Again. Okay, my phone's super wet, so we might have to dry it off a little bit.
Hold on, I was gonna record the kids eating their McDonald's.
I'm one of them.
That's Mom.
Thanks, Mommy.
Did you guys like your gushers and
I haven't had yet.
pouches?
I'm gonna drink my Capri Sun in about 5 seconds.
GG.
Okay.
Can I find
Yeah.
me a large blizzard at Dairy Queen?
We're gonna go get some
I'm
ice
a big
cream.
kid now.
Mom, did you see me score?
Mom, I went 2,200 miles across the country.
Did you see? Did you see? Are you proud? Well, how are you guys feeling?
Good.
Good.
Tired.
Good.
Tired, hungry, and good.
I'll have to sleep on the ground tonight. That's
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do though.
shit.
That's alright.
That's okay. I mean, it's
It's a really good ground.
yeah. It's like
Very comfy
it's,
ground.
it's not a.
As long as I don't have to sleep on my
There's
like
a roof over your head.
half
And
a
AC.
centimeter pad.
No mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the worst night of sleep on trail last night. Actually, no, pit toilet night was the worst, but it was pretty bad. There's something like
He's
walking
in
around.
this video.
Watching you like almost zone out while eating this.
He's dissociating.
He really is. He's just like, just enjoying the food.
I'm so over like eating bad food. It makes me want to die.
Should we have brought like smoothies?
No, this isn't.
No, this is fine. That's why I'm all about the eggs and like meats and breads. But yeah, if I have like
Where's my orange?
I don't know. What do
We
I
have
eat?
more oranges
I've
in the
eaten so
back.
many.
I have, like,
I've
one
eaten
more
more
than
grandma's
Mary's
cookies
cookies.
than grandma. I've eaten so many grandmas.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
anyway.
I don't know why I'm eating like I was just on the trail.
Alright, goodbye shoes. Do not need you anymore. There they are.